Hello there, how are you? So, we're back to decluttering. We've done lots of this noise behind me. I don't know whether you can hear it, but we'll put something in that will show you what I'm dealing with. So, I've had a lot of anxiety the last few days, all right, and trying to film videos and just everything going wrong because from 5:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night, we've got this, you'll see in the clip, this constant hammering, jackhammering into a cliff behind me. And it's driving me mad. And I've really been struggling to overcome the anxiety for it. But we're getting back to a video on the decluttering that was before the March, and this is the stuff that come out of that cupboard, aside from all the clothes and that, and this is the way to do it, just a little bit at a time. You've seen my house and how much stuff there is, but we're just going to go through things, and you're going to find things like, why is the golf ball in my cupboard? I'd say that was from one of my boys 20 years ago. We have jewelry. Now, this box is actually for a jigsaw puzzle, which is in the office, but I've got all this stuff in it. So we got badges. Now, this jewelry we're going to put in here. I've decided that any jewelry that's a little bit worse for wear, I'm going to collect, because a project's going to be learning how to make jewelry, and I'm sure I can use all those beads, and I have so much of it. So I have badges. It's a rooster. I don't even know. 3 flight birds. I don't know where I got that from. I got across from when I had my strokes in the doctor's office, a lady that had had strokes. She actually obviously was quite religious, and she used to bring in crosses and leave them in the waiting area just for people to take, because that particular doctor, there was a lot of end of life, and luckily it wasn't mine, but I treasure that. So I'm keeping that, and that's going on my wall in my bedroom. But as you can see, we got bits and pieces of crap everywhere. I don't even know what this is because I've got my distance glasses, now reading glasses. Okay, so this is Avalon in Lakesh. Holistic healer. So that needs to go with business cards. The cover for a pair of tweezers. Why is it just lying in here? A magnet, Aboriginal artist, for reading. Why is it just lying in here? God knows what this is. Okay, so that is when I had my inbuilt wardrobes put in, and that's his stuff on the back. Oh, hello, Bubba. And here we have, as you know, I have a little hidden secret that's slowly being divulged. So Rose Tilley, Sacred Bee, she actually creates decks, tarot decks and oracle decks, and I got that card off. I bought one of her decks at a spiritual, what do you call them? Sorry. Now this is where the strokes come in. All right, it's a lifestyle sort of, no. Okay, so due to the strokes, I couldn't think about what I was talking about. But as we stopped, we Googled it, and it's the Mind, Spirit and Body Festival, or Mind, Body and Spirit Festival. I go twice a year. It's at the ICC in Sydney on Darling Harbour, and it has sound healing, it has crystals, it has everything that I'm into. And this lady is just amazing. She's got a number of decks, and I have one of hers, but I want to get another one. Anyway, so that can go with that spiritual stuff. Then we have an empty box. Now, why did those few things need to be in that empty box? It goes with an amazing jigsaw puzzle that I have, so I will keep that, only because even when the jigsaw's together, that can be covered and used for something. So you don't need to go out and buy separating drums all the time, but we're going to have lots of broken jewellery that's going to go into that. So as you can see, I'm just showing you just got to go through a bit at a time, because we are still on the first third of my wardrobe, and I'm getting you to help me with this. Now, a friend of mine bought this for me, and I absolutely love it. Not that I see her much anymore, but in my soul she's still my friend, and I love her heaps. And as we go on with doing my place up, we are going to put that outside my front door, and I have a whole wall where I'm going to put all my little sayings. As you come along with me on this journey, you're going to see all the positive things I've got going on, and I have nowhere to put them. So, well, I do, but I've decided to make that a little monument. So we're making piles here, people. Another container that had earbuds in it. Why have I still got that empty, just lying around with stuff? But it might come in handy for makeup brushes or whatever, so we're going to put that there. Eventually, we will get rid of some stuff. Chopstick. What have we got a chopstick in the wardrobe for? I don't know. Other than wherever my cat is, I have recently found out that he prefers this over all his toys. So we'll put that in the kitchen. All right. Now, that is the centre of a watch. Look, things like this. All right. Now, I love this hand. I've had it for, I don't know, 40 years. But on it, it has some jewellery that the elastic's gone, so we're going to put that in the box. The same with this. I absolutely love this bracelet, but it is, the elastic's gone, so we're going to put it in there for our jewellery process. And we have bracelets on there. We're just going to leave them on there for the moment, because there's somewhere for them to be. Then, what have we got here? Watches, more watches. Okay, but we like that watch, even though we haven't worn it in 5 years. We still love it because we love the colour of it. And recently I gave my daughter, I don't know whether you know about those, I think Casio made them, and it's G Baby is the name. And they were really popular with rappers and stuff like that. And it was a gift from a friend. And it was beautiful. It was mint green and really pretty, but I never ever wore it. Not once in 4 years. And then my grandson has one, and I said to my daughter, I'm either going to sell this or, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I'm just not going to wear it. Aside from the fact that I can't see them, like this one's got a bit better face, and I will keep that. And I have a watch compartment inside. So we will put that there. Another watch. Do you want to know how many watches I've got? Just crazy. Let me see. I don't know. What brand watch is this? Should be in a case. I know that. But I'm going to get somebody to actually open it up and just check. All right. It is supposed to be in a good case, and it's thrown in a box. I think it's Dolce & Gabbana. It's D&G. All right. It's a beautiful watch. But what am I doing with it? Seriously, what am I doing with it? I think I wore that watch once in 10 years. So we're going to put it with the watches, but this is how we're going to work out about our going to the markets. So we'll get on to that. So this week, actually last week, it was Saturday. So on my bucket list that you still haven't heard of was to experience going to a market and just selling bric-a-brac or whatever. And I went with one of the young men that support me, and he took me out on Saturday, and we were up. Well, he was up earlier than me because I held him up for about an hour waiting was supposed to be out the door by 9. That didn't quite work, but we got out there and we were just checking because there's so much stuff in this house that can go to a trash and treasure market. And we got out there. It was fantastic, except I couldn't see. So I'm going out there to look at how it operates and I can't see a thing, and there's hundreds, if not thousands of people out. Drive-by theatre, drive-in theatre. It was an excellent experience, but like no glasses, no sunglasses, no nothing. This little box, I love it. And should I find another watch? Should I find another watch? Okay, that can go there. So this should have jewellery in it, and look, it's empty in the box and the jewellery's all out the box. But I think this box is so cute, so it needs a little bit of a brush over, and I'm going to keep it to put jewellery in, maybe. We'll see, it may go. But there's lots of stuff. So I have these earring stands, and they were just thrown in that cupboard. That you'll see a picture of it, but if you go back to previous videos when I started the decluttering, you'll see that all this stuff was just basically thrown up there. These glasses, I love these glasses. I really love them. My daughter bought them for me, and they're snake skin, and they're just gorgeous, and I love them. An Italian designer made them. They were like $1,400, and my daughter got them for $50, and I just treasure them, but I can't see out of them. But we're keeping them because I treasure them, because I got them off her. Crystal vase. I can't have any vases around with my cat because he eats everything. So I'm going to have to work something out for that one. I can't have flowers in it anyway, but I will keep that because I've had it for about 30 years. Anyway, if you come over here and just have a look at this box, I've got lights for the wardrobe that I bought a year ago that still haven't been put in the wardrobe. Need to be done. So we're going to put that up there. All right. I've got a really expensive bag in the top of my wardrobe, which means nothing. I get to use it once or twice a year, which I love, but that's the guts of it. And it's lying in this box. It needs to go with the bags. Wait till we go through my bags, guys. Look at this. Why does anybody need so many? Oh, wait till I pull out of the office the boxes of phone covers I have. This is not needed. Now, I may keep, my phone won't fit in that anymore, but it's a great little, it just needs a clean up. It's a wallet and phone cover. We've got a box here for the markets. In it goes. I might keep that because my favourite colour is purple, and I think that's the one the phone come with. That can go in there too, right? My little treasure here, my mum bought this, I think, for the first big party I ever had, I put on for myself. I was about 28, and I'm not sure whether my mum bought this watch for me. I think it was about my 28th birthday, and there were all sorts of people there. One day I'll tell you the stories about that. But the glass in it's broken, but I'll never get rid of that, and it needs to go into the jeweller's because it has a funny shaped glass, and when I can afford to get it fixed, then I've got it. But I love that watch. So there's another watch. Anyway, so we just got so much rubbish. No, it's not rubbish. It's stuff that I've loved. But why have I got Veet wipes in here? Another business card. I don't even know what that's for. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, something to do with where I live. And my cat's loving it too. So this is the point, guys. You gotta go through things a bit at a time. Look, nail files thrown in with a marker, thrown in with an empty medicine packet. We're going to throw that on the floor for the moment. Thrown in with a spiritual card that I got with a parcel that come. But if you have a look, there's bits of paper, there's batteries, there's, oh, hang on, that was for a massager or something. More, another watch. Another watch. Ink, because I love writing with fountain pens. Oh my God. Would you not know? Pens. I have a fascination with pens. Every time I go to my doctor's, he has a new pens and an old pens for signing our Medicare for billing. So you're supposed to take a new pen, sign your paper, and put the old pen in the old thing so they can sanitize it and put them back out. Not me, because he's always got different pens. So I end up taking another pen home. But as you can see, we got pens. Oh, there's one of my fountain pens that goes with that ink. All right. We got crystals. Why is all this stuff just thrown together? Because we just couldn't deal with anything. So now we're dealing with it. And I love that. But everything I put to hang up, they cat attacks. So we just got to find places. Anyway, the point is, guys, look, earplugs. I haven't been swimming in the swimming pool since I was 7 years old. What the hell have I got earplugs for? Brand new in the box. Can go in there for the markets. We know that straight away. All these bits and pieces of paper, of course I'm going to have to go through because I've got to micromanage everything, and even if it was 15 years ago with somebody's name and number, I need to know. Right? We're not throwing that out because it can be used to sort out stuff. All right? We're just going to put that there. I'm just giving you a little insight into my world. A glass box, and I have been looking for a case for my reading glasses, all right, and swapping around glasses. There you go. That's the box they come in. Haven't been able to find that for a year and a half. Another case for glasses. Another pair of glasses that are in the bedroom. Anyway, it just goes on. Now, why would I have socks in here? We've been through my socks. So the point is medication. A glove. I've got a missing glove in the underwear drawer. This I love. I absolutely love this with its little angels on the bottom. All right. But it's got buttons, a funnel for perfume. Oh, I love this. I bought that in Darwin. A bracelet. And I forgot I even had that, and I used to love that. A key for my desk. A holy amulet. So my point is that you have to go through things slowly, and half of that is empty. Half of that is empty. Actually, I only bought these the other day because they're my serums. They need to go in the bathroom. What are they doing in this box? More jewellery. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to go through it all. I'm just going to tell you that's what it takes to sit with one little box and go through things slowly. Now, I've got places for these things to be. And that's the only way you can do it without having a nervous breakdown. More earrings. Oh, actually, that's a necklace. All right? It's the only way you can do it with it. If you have an issue with stuff and you don't want it thrown out, is to go through it piece by piece. And you can't do it. You can't get somebody coming in and whizzing through and going and throwing everything out because it just hurts you inside. So if you do it a piece at a time, look. Oh, what would you think? Another watch. Wait till I start on the sunglasses. This is an arm. That cupboard over there has a drawer that is about that wide and about that deep, full of sunglasses. What can I say? Bordering on hoarding? I think so. But I wouldn't like to think I was a hoarder. I just keep things. Anyway, the point is, as you've seen, we accumulate lots of stuff. Look, even tattoo cream. It's a long time since I had that. The point being that you can't tackle a whole room, a whole space, like even a whole wardrobe. All this come out of one section, that by that, aside from the clothes, and you just got to sit there, and anything that's not working for you, like I just found an earring. I love these earrings, but I just found out that I've lost a hook off one of them. So they're going in that jewellery box, which I'm keeping because that's going to be a hobby. There's going to be lots of stuff that's thrown out, but do it at your own pace and you won't feel so bad. A pendant off a necklace, God knows what else, God knows. More jewellery, oh, pearls that are broken. Go figure. I used to collect fans. They used to be all over my wall above my bed. Not doing me much good in there. So this is where anxiety comes from. Like having all this stuff around you and wanting something and not knowing where it is, and then things are just piled up into boxes. Just take your time, one thing at a time. It will help. Now, let's get away from that, all right? Because this is going to take longer than my friends have to help get this video up. For a bra. See what I mean? All right, where's the rubbish? It's down there. So this week has been a really anxious week for me because I've got heaps of noise outside, and I think I said in the last video that I'm struggling with the noise now. We've got 5 months of this and really hard to do any videos or anything. I tried doing a video last night where I was cooking and showing you that since I've had the strokes, because I can't see properly, I've got to use a butcher's glove to cut things up. And when you love cooking and you're just into it, you know, all that stuff is a hinder rather than a help. But it stops me from chopping my fingers off, and I can still actually do some cooking. And things like, once you'll see the cooking bits, but I put the stove on, and I've just had a new stove put in, and because I can't see, I'm going on memory, and the low used to be on the right and the high used to be on the left. So I put it on low just to simmer, because a good bolognese sauce takes a long time to cook. And luckily I'm a stirrer, and I actually got up about 25 minutes later and went to give it a stir and realised that the new stove, these settings were the opposite. So I actually had it on high. I only just saved it. The bottom of the pot actually was burnt, but because I didn't stir it, I was able to save most of it. Anyway, it's all shit in it, really. This is just such a jigsaw video, but I'm determined to get one out, and I don't care what I'm talking about. If I sit here and count to 100, I'm determined to get a video out. So this is what we got, boys and girls, because I just think that was the shittest video I've ever done, and we're stopping here. So I'm laughing and crying at the same time, because as you see, I was starting to have a meltdown, because this is not easy at all. The fact that I can barely see anything, that I struggle to remember the names of things, is what I want you to see. But it can be done. And although I've got all this around me at the moment, it's going to take me a little bit of time to actually put it in its holes. I'm going to have to get a box to put all the... I've got boxes for watches. All right, but I've got a big area. But this is not something that can be done in a 10-minute video. And it's something that you're just going to have to sit through, as I am. It's something that, as you're doing it, you're going to think about, you know, like, because you were distracted, your amazing meal that you were cooking burnt on the stove. But it can be done if you want to do it. And it doesn't matter how much time you take to do it. You do it for you. And everybody can think everything around you, but they don't know how much you struggle inside just to achieve the most minute thing. Anyway, I'm going to end it at that, and the boys are going to do their best to put a video together, because the one thing I'm going to do is make sure I get a video out every week, as I've been saying. If it kills me, I'm going to get this video out every week, because it's probably the most committed I've been to anything in my life other than my family. Anyway, be blessed and grateful, and hopefully through the week I can video some stuff and they can block out the noise from all this work that's going on outside that's driving me absolute insane, and you will see what happened to this stuff. So take care.